What's going on, everybody? Super Saiyan coming at you with another shoutcast. It's going to be PS4. Going to be Baltic Storm versus Reservoir Dogs 2. So it's their second team they put into the league this season. We're going to be seeing BS Rainmaker the Playmaker with Snowflake, Thunderstorm, and Baltic Storm. On the other side is going to be Reservoir Dogs 2. Shadow of War 66, Lee J, Prodigy of War, and Show Azure. We're going to be seeing a Tech, Artillery, Tox, and Disruptor from Baltic Storm. And on the other side, we're going to be seeing Toxic, Artillery, Ranger, and Point Man. Now, last time I shoutcasted the Baltic Storm boys on this map, they came through with a absolute clincher for a finisher. They were playing Honey Badgers, I do believe, and the last kill for the match win was a gas drone with like 3 seconds left on the clock. So these boys can come out with some pretty good plays. I did enjoy that match. I do still remember that one. Although it's not been all that long ago. It was last season. But here we go. Round number 1. On the right, we're going to be seeing Baltic Storm. And on the left, Reservoir Dogs. We do see a lot of tech work from Rainmaker. Very deadly with that 9x9. Snowflake gonna go ahead and throw up his mortar. 2 drone situation for both sides, mortar and Toxic coming out. Prodigy is going to be sitting in the back with that Ranger. I don't really know what he's going to be seeing back there just yet. He may just be holding for a little bit of information. He's going to be throwing some shots into the sky, trying to take some shots at the drone. Here comes the mortar drop coming down right onto the backside of Rainmaker. Does take some pretty hard shots. And he gets taken out. Lee J with the first kill of the game. Going to be taking out Rainmaker in that mid building. Nobody's pushing up to try and get that body. They're going to push up right on that dead body and make sure it stays down the best that they can. Mortar moves into the building with Rainmaker. Puts a mine down at the door. Thunderstorm on the backside of long building. Both Point Man and the mortar have pushed up. I do believe they're pinging out the fact that that Point Man is sitting there. I do believe that Baltic is going to be seeing him. Primed a nade for a second. Might have thought about throwing one in there. Primes it again. Throws it. Point Man's going to be right in the middle of it and gets him. Baltic Storm takes out Show and Prodigy takes another one out. It's going to be Thunderstorm. Ranger gets a kill on the backside of long building. Snowflake throwing up his mortar drone, going to be looking to find Prodigy on that back right. Don't think he saw him just yet. Mortar's being dropped. I do believe, yeah, he's still trying to take out the drone, and Shadow of War is going to be the recipient. Moves out of harm's way, and the broken building mortar being thrown up from mid. Prodigy's going to be on the back side from the spawn point of Baltic. Mortar's coming straight down onto the building. Baltic Storm going to be safe. Snowflake moves out just in case. Gas drone's going to be finding Snowflake as he pushes into that building. Prodigy going to be on the backside looking to get a pick. What's up, hero? Toxic's going to move up into the little junkyard here. Here comes the mortar going to be pushing in to try and get the res onto the Point Man. Ooh, Snowflake gets shot from behind. Prodigy, good shot again with the 3-round burst from the MK. Baltic Storm is going to be left alone by himself now. It's a 1v4. Point Man has been rezzed. Baltic takes a little snapshot, trying to get something to happen, give him the peek. Baltic Storm does take some shots at the Point Man, but here comes the flash nades. I do believe Baltic is going to be pushed by both sides, and Show from the backside gets the kill with the AK-12. 0-1, Reservoir Dogs take an early lead. Very strong show of dominance in round 1 from Reservoir Dogs. Going on, Bad Company? Thank you for that sub, brother. I saw that come in. See if Baltic Storm's going to make an adjustment here. Rainmaker puts down the tech and brings up a point man with the safety first. Both him and Baltic run in safety first with thermals on both drones. On the other side, Ranger still coming out from Prodigy, making good work in the first round with it. Point man coming out from Show again. Artillery and Tox for them as well. Two drone situations still on both sides. Round number 2. Right side, Reservoir Dogs left on Baltic Storm. See if this Ranger goes for an early pick. Let's see what he is here. Triangle. See if he pushes up onto this building and try and get an early pick on somebody moving up from spawn. Looks like that is going to be his intention. Mortar drone is in the air, throwing some pings, telling him to look a certain way, but I don't think he's going to get the early pick that he's wanting. He's going to be marked mortars. Mortars being dropped from both sides. Both of them missing any marks. Gas drone coming out from Shadow. Puts a gas drone right down on top of Rainmaker and Thunder. All 4 members of Baltic hanging out in this bottom. Is that gas drone faulty on the bottom floor? It is. Bottom floor is safe for the boys of Baltic Storm. The gas drone does not reach all the way through it. Faulty at best. Alright. 3 members of Reservoir Dogs are in the metal building, taking refuge in there. 3-round burst coming out from Prodigy, still trying to take some shots at the drone. Gas drone is in the air. He misses his shot, so gas is going to drop right down on top of metal building, but misses half of it. He missed half of it, maybe trying to smoke out that forward building as well. Show the point man going to be moving and going to the back left, going for a flank through the woods possibly. Gas drone is in the air and gets taken out by Thunder. Mortar drone coming down right on top of Lee. Lee gets out just barely with his life, barely making it. Show decides not to go onto the back left. He is marked, it looks like. He is marked, so his flank was not a good one. Decided to come back and take refuge in the back. Lee coming out with a reset. Now Show's going to push up through the back, take some shots as he does. None of them landing, so no problem for him just yet. Back and forth the point man goes. He's trying to decide whether or not he wants to go for the flank or not. Still trying to watch that main road to see if anybody kind of pushes across. Looked like Snowflake tried to take some shots at the Ranger as he was on the edge of that building. Baltic taking shots at that gas drone early on. Didn't get much use out of it. I think Baltic does see Lee over here. Oh, but so does the Ranger. Ranger sees the disruptor. Mortar drone is in the air for Lee. Gas drone comes out to play from Baltic. Prodigy moves out of the metal and is going to go back right for the flank, it looks like. Gas drone does find him. So now the Ranger is going to be below half health thanks to that gas drone drop. Baltic has a very strong position. Recon tower does come up in 1 minute. More shots coming in from the MK-14. Baltic holding their ground. They like the map positioning that they have. Very satisfied with it. They've got Reservoir Dogs moving back and forth over here. Gas drone does come down on top of Baltic Storm. All 4 members having to push out of their buildings. Good gas drop from Shadow. Prodigy with a very long flank around the riverside, though, with that Ranger. Could potentially catch these boys off guard and be a very strong move. Lee does move up onto Recon Tower, so now he does have a chance to keep them off of it. Does throw up his mortar drone. Snowflake does take some shots at Shadow and Prodigy over here. I do believe they saw their movement. Gas drone is in the air. He's going to have him marked. More gas drone being dropped down on top of the Ranger. Slowly pecking away to his life. Shadow still holding out over here just outside of Junk. 3-round burst continues to take pop shots at the drones of Baltic Storm. Does have plenty of ammo left, but Snowflake with the mortar drop takes out Prodigy. Very far side of the map as well, and he is actually going to drop all the way back to the other side, closer to Baltic Storm. Thanks to the yellow line. Now Point Man pushes up even further into mid building, and Lee gets taken out by Baltic, getting picked off by the TAR 21. 2 versus 4 for Reservoir Dogs right now. Rainmaker trying to stand off against Shadow over here. Rainmaker needs to see the intel. I think they got him marked. He is down into the water. That is like shooting fish in a barrel. Rainmaker decides not to push up on it though. Baltic gonna get the reset. Snowflake gonna be the one to get the revive on him. Rainmaker gonna have to be careful. Show is right here in the mid. I don't think they have that intel. He is not going to be well aware that he is there. Hopefully he didn't try to go for the recon tower in the meantime. And during that, Shadow tries to push up onto the revive of the Ranger, does not get it. Thunderstorm takes him out with the SR. Now Shadow is going to be leaving Show to 1v4 the boys of Baltic Storm. Here comes the push onto Recon Tower. Show is going to be there, but so is Baltic and Snow. They need that intel. They need to see him. Mortar drop going to be hitting outside in the woods. Oh boy, they see him. That's a good ping, and he is marked, and he's now going to be disrupted. Here comes the push from Baltic and Rain. Nade being thrown first, primed and thrown, and here comes the push. Mine on the inside. Now again, Show continues to take more nades. And gets taken out by Baltic's grenade, and there you go. Round 2 goes to Baltic Storm. Very good picks coming in from Baltic Storm, adjusted well to Reservoir Dogs and their Ranger. Ranger was just unable to get the picks that they desperately needed. Baltic Storm took good refuge inside of the buildings and just used their drones, and they were able to pick them apart little by little on their health. And with the mortar drone, took out the Ranger, and it was all downhill from there. What's going on, everybody? Good to see everybody out here today. Hope you are all enjoying your Saturday or Sunday, whichever it is, wherever you are across the world. Huh. Where's my pretty face? Well, the thing is that my daughter broke our ring light, which provides me with a good lighting for the green screen, so therefore I do not have my green screen being used right now. So it's tucked underneath the bed in our bedroom, and I'm going to use it hopefully in the near future once we get this part ordered to fix our ring light stand. What's up, Raider? What's up, Flat Out? Alright, Baltic Storm going to be pushing three deep into the metal building. Snow going to be throwing up his mortar drone first. Surgeon is going to be coming out to play from Shadow. And Prodigy again with the Ranger. Takes a little bit of damage from that mortar strike. Good mortar strike. Gets him just above half health. Shadow and Show going to be taking up position in the forward 3-story building. Show is going to move into the broken building towards the front, leaving Lee and Prodigy in the back. Shots being thrown at the drone that's in the air. Does take it out. Thunder, I believe that was his gas drone that he just took out. Baltic, I do believe, yeah, he's just going to be sitting on the staircase for the moment. Now he's going to go up top. Needs to be careful that that Ranger will wallbang that and make that a very difficult res to get. Pings do come out, possibly going to be pinging out Show or Lee. Going to be seeing Lee push up close. Is going to ADS and maybe saw Show in the staircase, but decides to take shots at Lee first. Show still hanging tight in that stairwell. Hey, like I said, there you go. Lots of good shots coming in from the MDR. Gets the disruptor very low, below half, about 3/4 health. Top metal, not exactly the best position for an assault to be in, to be honest. He should be moving up into the middle portion of the map just by recon tower to try to keep these guys disrupted, because from here I don't believe his disruptor field is going to be touching. No, as you can see on the mini map there, it's just barely clipping the left side corner of that middle building by recon. So not doing any good with the disruptor at the moment. Needs to reposition first. Is going to be moving down into the bottom metal building. Will he go for a reset prior to making a move? Looks like the answer will be no. Gas drone is in the air. Going to be seeing him pretty soon, I'd imagine. He does get seen, and gas is on top of him. Takes even more damage. Rainmaker with the 3-round burst of that AK-12 does make a play onto Shadow. Shadow, I do believe, was sitting right there on the stairwell, peeking out the window. So they did get a good pick onto the Surgeon, but the point man is going to get him up, and here comes Mortar Strike. Mortar Strike coming down, going to be right on top of the building that they are in. A little bit of damage onto the Toxic as it hit from the outside window, and he went up the staircase. Baltic continued to hold position in the metal building. Where's the Ranger? Ranger has moved on to the back side here. What is he going to be seeing from his position? The entire right side of the metal building at that. Baltic Storm does finally get his reset, and as you can see through his scope, he is going to be able to see Snowflake and the entire right side of this metal building. So good position from the Ranger if he's able to get the picks or the marks that he needs. Like right now, we should be seeing him open up. He does. Prodigy gets Baltic Storm with the headshot. After getting a quick reset, managed to get picked off just one more time early on. Show going to be moving out to the right side through the woods. He's going to be on the flank soon. Man, Prodigy got into the right place at the right time. That Ranger absolutely shredded the disruptor of Baltic Storm. Show has moved into one of the long buildings here at mid. What's he ADSing for? He can't see anything through there, can he? Or was he up on the boxes? Did he get up on the boxes? He did. Snowflake right on the outside. Pings being thrown. I think he heard him. Gas drone does go in for the look-see. Puts a mine down at the door. He's going to have that intel as he pushes in. There goes Snow. Both Shadow and Show are going to be pushing in. And Snowflake gets taken out by Shadow with the MP5. Makes quick work of Snow. Here comes the Recon Tower. Rainmaker and Thunder got a lot of work ahead of them here. Lee's going to be right there on top of Baltic, and early on, there you go, Rain makes a play. Rainmaker, the playmaker with the AK-12 takes out Lee, and now they are both marked and going to be having to fight off a full-on push from 2 assaults with that stim coming in close. I'd imagine we're going to be seeing that just in a couple seconds. Here comes Show on the push. Rainmaker has him right outside. And with that, he gets him. AK-12, though, is not able to take out the MP5 of Shadow. And now Thunder going to be taking shots from the 3-round burst of an AK-12 at close range. Sketchy. I'm sorry, but I don't ever see a person run 3-round burst on an AK-12 at close range. Not unless they have something to make it even faster. Don't want to say such a thing. Don't want to make accusations. But anybody who uses a 3-round burst on an AK-12 at close range that sounds like an automatic, you're sketch. There, I said it. Might have to take a ride with him whenever he moves in for his next engagement. Just in case, just to see what's going on. And Prodigy needs to get that hollow point ammo off. There you go. He's got an athletic sprinter on there. Instead, hollow points has been taken off. Nothing I hate more than having to try and get a team to nade themselves and forfeit the round for using something that they're not supposed to. Score is going to be 2-1. Reservoir Dogs 2 up 1 round on Baltic Storm. Baltic Storm got picked apart by that Ranger. Like I said, Ranger gets his 1 pick and it's all downhill from there. Gastron does come out early from Shadow. 1 drone situation for Reservoir Dogs. Sniper coming out from Lee. Going to be looking for that early pick and he gets it. Snow is going to be his target. But that is going to be an easy res. That is behind cover. Continues to try and poke at people. As you can see, he's trying to just keep them off of that revive, but a hard push going to be coming in from the 2 assaults. The point and tech going to be moving right up into mid. I do believe now Lee has a good line of fire onto that body, but still does not see that body. But I think he can see his feet just enough to know. No, he doesn't. He cannot see it. They need to get on that revive as soon as possible. Despite that gas being on top of it, they need to get that up. Need to see him make a push. Ooh, Lee is stopped. He does have line of sight on it now, I bet you. Yeah, he's able to see the legs now. He can see just that much through his scope, I'd imagine. That's enough to make somebody... Oh, yeah, he's trying. He's just poking and praying that he hits something. Gas drone does put down on the back long building. Show and the tech have hold fast at the mid just by recon. And now Lee continues his push around the right side, trying to make sure that this body stays on the ground. Some people run burst all the time. Yeah, well, I think that's sketch running burst on an AK-12 at close range. I'm entitled to my opinion. Just saying. I think it's sketch. If that's how they run it and they're good at it and that's how it actually sounds, cool. But to me, that's just weird. It's weird. See what these boys are going to do. Prodigy, the tech, has moved up into the 3-story building. Show going to be right by the recon tower. Gas gets put down, but not in a good spot. Tech makes it drop the gas prematurely before it got a good idea of where to throw it. Lee, there you go. He did see it. He was waiting for that one moment. Thunder takes a shot from that MSR. Baltic opens up onto Prodigy, though. Prodigy is going to be taken out. The tech is going to be on the ground, but here comes the point man trying to go for a revive. Ooh, Baltic moves just in time before taking a potential shot from the MSR. Ooh, and he gets marked. He's gonna have to move again. Lee just barely missing that shot. Revive coming in onto Prodigy. And now Baltic's gonna be pushed around by a Toxic as well. Yeah, PS4 is the only place I see it get ran, honestly. The burst is hella accurate for sure, but jeez, dude, it's just so weird. It's so weird. It's just not something you see on Xbox. So now it is down to being a 3v1. Sniper is on the ground, and Rainmaker, the playmaker, on the backside has Shadow right next to him. Gas drone is going to be thrown, and here comes Rainmaker. I do believe he heard Shadow's drone, but he's not able to find him in this thick underbrush. I think the drone did manage to see him, though. Takes some shots at the point man up on the 3-story. And right in front of him is the Prodigy with that 9x9. And with that, vaults up onto the top of the rock, takes him out, and makes it a 3-1 game. Reservoir Dogs 2, making it a 2-round game. Yeah, it's got to be a PS4 thing, man, because I don't... If you run a 3-round burst on Xbox, you're strange. You are strange. Maybe it's the trigger. Maybe it's the trigger on the PS4 controller that makes it so much easier to run a 3-round burst. I don't know, bro. Honestly, I do not know. It's just foreign to me. But, you know, just seeing what I've seen in the past, a person like me from Xbox just sits there and thinks, why in the hell would you run a 3-round burst on an AK-12 at close range? It just makes no sense. But with that being said, if his trigger finger's fast enough to run a 3-round burst at close range, power to him, dude. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I will admit that wholeheartedly. I've tried using 3-round burst. It don't work for me. It's so inconsistent. Round number 5, excuse me, we're going to be seeing Snow pick up the MSR, trying to fight back against the long range of Reservoir Dogs. Prodigy with that Ranger on the outskirts, going to be taken woodside by the road. Shadow with that Surgeon, Lee on gas, and Show again with that point man. Yeah, long range picks is all I use the 3-round burst for on Xbox, man. That's the only time you'll ever see me use it. Close range, you better be ready for an automatic AK-12. Shadow's going to be moving up really far into the mid, going for an all-out push onto the long building side. Shadow doesn't have the backup there, holds tight on the outside for now, but here comes Show, not too far behind him. Ranger on that long side flank, though, almost onto the back side from the spawn of Baltic. He's got 2 people close proximity right in front of him. Gas drone probably going to be seeing him. Medic does get seen, or does see Shadow. See, that's more like it in my opinion, but still, that just sounds so weird to me. Show does exchange with Baltic, and Stim does get him up, unable to keep him down though. Now Baltic going to have to push up just a little bit. He is unmarked and is going to push up into the building that they were once inhabiting. Baltic Storm on that point man has pushed them back, but Prodigy on the back side, he does take out Thunder from the back. Good pick. That is the medic for Baltic Storm. And now Prodigy moves over to the right, repositions. Snowflake going to be looking for him. And Baltic Storm gets another one, but Lee and him trade. So now Lee is going to be rezzed by the Surgeon yet again. This Surgeon from Shadow is just absolutely coming in clutch. For every kill that Baltic gets, he is there to just make it null and void. Show he was trying to go for the revive on the Thunder. Gotta watch out for Prodigy though. Prodigy on the backside, not gonna be there to prevent it. Gets him up, and now Medic Drone back into the fight. Rainmaker the playmaker with the 9mm on that mortar. Shows on the outside. Rainmaker, does he see him? He sees him, opens up on him, but it is not good enough. He doesn't see him in time, but there you go. Rainmaker, the playmaker, finally gets him with that 9mm as he climbs up onto the rock. For a second, I thought that he had shot prematurely. And now Lee pushes up, and Lee and Prodigy take out Thunder, but not before Rainmaker with that 9mm comes back out, and Lee gets taken out again with that Surgeon there right to play. Oh dear lord, and he engages it both out in the open. 9mm unable to make it happen. MP5 again gets the pick. And now just gonna sit by the dumpsters with that Stim and wait to get Lee back up and into the fight. Prodigy on the backside, and the last one alive for Baltic Storm is going to be Snowflake, and he's going to go for the close quarter combat with the pistol onto Shadow. He's got to make it happen soon though. He's gonna see him right as he comes around the corner. He gets him. Good shot coming in from him, and good flank. Baltic Storm, the point man, going to be brought back into the fight. Prodigy nowhere to contest. Good engagement out of Snow. Now Prodigy going to be sitting there looking, sees him, gets a pick onto him, and he is now going to be below 3/4 health. Show right next to him, point man for the boys of Reservoir Dogs 2. Repositions, might be seeing Snowflake right on the corner. Gives away his position. Here comes Recon Tower. That's a bad position to be in. Gets off of it just in time. Prodigy was about to ADS him and take him out. Pings are being thrown. I think they know exactly where he's sitting. Snowflake going to go for the repositioning. Snowflake could potentially try to go for Thunderstorm at this point. Alright, Prodigy is going to see him go across the two buildings into the open. Snowflake, he's going to be in trouble. Prodigy's going to be looking here for the crossover. Snowflake's probably going to be seeing him. He probably saw him peek out for just a moment. Baltic still not moving over there on that right side by Recon. Yep, he's got to be seeing him over there. Yeah, he sees him. He's giving the intel. He's just waiting for his shot. Prodigy does move back over to the left side by Show. Snow needs to make a move. Prodigy moves back over, trying to find Snow as he moves across. Still going to be sitting there, not moving too much. Prodigy moves back across again. Snow goes for it, sees the crossover. Moves in to get Thunder. Oh, and Show with the MK14 takes him out. Baltic unlucky. Almost had it. And now Prodigy. Oh, he tries to get him again. One shot from the MK14 is all that Prodigy needs to make it happen. Prodigy has the extreme advantage here, full health with a strong sidearm to boot. Flash nades come in, and he gets hit by the flash, not able to get the revive. Here comes the nades. Bad nade 1, good nade 2, comes back around. Baltic Snowflake is in trouble. Prodigy takes him out with the PSG, makes it a 4-1 game. Reservoir Dogs 1 round away from taking the match. Rainmaker almost making some good shots with that 9mm, but just did not have the backup at the time. But with that sniper coming around to flank onto that surgeon, and was able to get Baltic Storm back into the fight with that point man, just unable to get the recon tower in time before getting smacked by that MK14. That 3-round burst on that thing, it's nasty. Baltic Storm's still got a chance here. I mean, they've got 3 rounds to go to really tie it up. They got to win 3 straight. But we all like a good comeback story. I ain't talking about Kim Kardashian. Rainmaker coming out again with that 9mm. Snow on Pred, puts down the sniper. Thunder decides that if they're going to run a surgeon, we might as well run a surgeon as well. And the last one, their drone, no, there's a point man and Predator, excuse me, on the right side with Reservoir Dogs. Game point for them. Gonna be running a 1 drone situation again. Sniper, Tech, and point man Shadow lays down. Here comes the gas drone. Early intel for both. Gas drone up for both teams, and mortar is gonna be coming down. Just not that great of a spot. Not the best I've ever seen, but you know. Snowflake gonna be pushing hard with this Predator. He is marked the entire way. He's gonna have to watch out for Prodigy with that 9x9 from the right side. Sniper almost takes out Snow. Just barely. Lee had a great angle on him as he came into that building. And ping's being thrown at the... Ooh, Rainmaker, there you go. Get the 9mm out to play. Shadow of War down on the ground. That is the Toxic. And it looks like the Surgeon had to give a little bit of health, and Snow now takes out Lee. Show on the roof. What in the world is he looking at? It's almost like he doesn't have any clue as to where the sound markers were coming from the shots for Baltic Storm. I think ping's being thrown, and now he's going to have to look over there, and now Thunderstorm going to be moving out into the open, and Baltic with that says, hello, headshots, show, get on the ground. And now 3 bodies on the ground early on. Baltic Storm pushes in. Prodigy opening up with a 9x19 and takes out 2. Makes it almost an even game. But Predator and the 9mm of Rainmaker, the playmaker, still alive and looking to make something happen. Predator gets the flash nades. Good flashes coming in. Snowflake pushes in and gets the kill. M16 makes quick work of Prodigy, making it a 4-2 game. Baltic Storm staying alive for 1 more. Great push, even with the 1 drone situation that they were running with the mortar not having as quick of intel as Reservoir Dogs. Man, what a push they made happen right there. I don't know what Show was looking at as he was on the roof, but he was looking towards the water side. He was looking everywhere except the way that the shots came from. It's almost like he looked at the dead body and was like, what the hell happened to you? He's like, bro, he shot me from over there. Oh, by the road? Oh, okay. Yeah, you and that LMG on that Surgeon, Heineko. I don't know about you, man. You ain't rat in the head. Artillery again from Rainmaker on that 9mm. Love my 9mm. Predator coming out from Snow. Thunder on Surgeon again. Point Man coming out from Baltic. Shadow coming out with the Scout. Gonna have that real good intel with the thermals. Ranger coming out from Prodigy. Lee on Tox. And gonna be Predator from Show. Baltic Storm again needs to win at least 2 more to tie it up. It's going to be a 4-2 game. Game point for Reservoir Dogs. Mortar's coming out from Playmaker. Prodigy going to be moving out into the left side woods by the road. Shadow of War and Show going to be peeling off right, possibly. Shadow does peel off right, and Show continues around. They're going to both be going, looks like, towards the middle of the town. Mortar's coming down, is going to be just hitting right behind Prodigy. Almost got one good shot on Prodigy before he got out of the radius. And now Snowflake again with that Predator is going to be in the back mid. Thunder and Baltic over on the right side more. All 4 members of Reservoir Dogs have moved into the middle. 3 members in the 3-story building, 1 in the forwardmost broken. And now both teams probably going to play a little bit slower this round. Baltic wants to get another round, but Reservoir Dogs, they don't want to give it up, man. They don't want to give them another round, and Baltic says, you know, well, they don't want to lose one more round. If they get one person down in a bad spot, it's probably going to spell some pretty bad disaster for them. 3-round burst is going to be trying to find Playmaker and Thunder. That 3-round burst on that MK has been pretty nasty from him. I'm still a fan of the single fire, but that 3-round burst, if you're able to land all 3 shots, or at least 2 of them, you've got pretty much a dead player. And he's going to push all the way around to the right side. Lee on top of the roof. Good position until somebody sees him. Mortar's coming down. Does he see Lee? Oh, let me out of here. Let me out of here. Let me out. Prodigy does move into the middle building, tries taking some shots. Looks like he did get a couple bursts, or at least 1 burst onto the Predator. Good lord, let me out of here. Thank you. Snow is going to be hit by the gas drone. Battle Rage gets popped. Lee and him are whispering secrets through the brick right now. Snow is asking for his unconditional surrender. Throws a couple nades around the corner. Pushes back into the gas just a little bit. Takes a little bit of damage because of it. Battle Rage was spent and is now going to be spent. Yeah, he no longer has it. And now 9mm of the excuse me, the MK14 puts in shots, and Snow finds Shadow through the, oh my goodness gracious, Baltic Storm again makes another shot, and now the Surgeon does give him more health. Mortar has been brought almost back up to full health. It took me a second to really catch up on what the heck was going on. Prodigy was taken out at the middle building, and now at mid, Lee and Show left to take on 4 members of Baltic Storm. Zoom out here to just see where the map control is taking place here. Alright, so Thunder and Rain going to be on the backside of the buildings with Baltic and Snow in the mid 3. Baltic pushes out, goes towards the shipping containers at Recon. Mortar does throw some pings, and the revive coming in onto Prodigy. One major drone for intel has been taken out of the fight for now. And now Lee at mid. 35 seconds left on Recon Tower. Rain is moving around, trying to find maybe somebody to pick a fight with. Unsure what exactly he's looking for at this time. puts a mine down. Probably should have put that just a little bit further towards the corner, but recon tower I do believe is going to be their objective to take here. Prodigy is going to be unable to put any shots on, and Lee is the only one that has a chance to make something happen for him. But Lee pushes away from the recon tower at the moment that it comes up. Baltic Storm does see that Lee has pushed back, and now recon tower fresh for the pickings. Alright, Thunderstorm gets pushed out of that building thanks to the gas drone. Recon tower still open to be taken. Prodigy has moved far away from the battle now, leaving Show the one closest to the recon. Baltic Storm needs to get the intel that they are, well, I mean, they're free to take this recon tower from Reservoir Dogs right now. Snowflake, there we go. Snowflake coming in for it. Recon tower is being taken. Show going to be coming up on the right side, and he's going to have Baltic Storm. Baltic Storm needs to see it. Rainmaker sees it. Nade gets thrown, and here comes... Oh, Lee just barely misses out on that. Lee almost pushed right into that mine, and now Show and Lee on the ground, leaving Prodigy to fight them off. Here comes Recon Tower again. It was not able to be taken. He did get off of it just in time, just before that grenade went off. More nades being thrown. He does see the mine. Mine gets taken out, and now Snowflake knows that Prodigy is coming. All these boys see him coming. They saw him push across. Now Thunderstorm going to be throwing a nade and a flash. 9mm from Rainmaker, the playmaker, takes him out, making it a 4-3 game. Baltic Storm staying alive for another round. They are not going to give up. They are not going to go down so easy. 3-4 game, Baltic Storm. Good moves from them. That surgeon coming in real handy, and that 9mm out of Rainmaker just absolutely shredding these boys right now. We have a game, ladies and gentlemen. We have a game. Alright, so we got Rainmaker on the artillery again. Predator coming out from Snow. Baltic Storm on point. Surgeon from Thunder. Assassin coming out to play in the shadows of war. Prodigy of War going to be on that artillery with the 9mm. Predator coming out from Lee and Show. Pushes himself back over to the point man with the AK-12. Safety first for 3 members of Reservoir Dogs. Thermals for their drone. Baltic Storm has made themselves a little bit of a game here. They've made themselves come back from a, what, 4-1 deficit? A 4-1 deficit to being a 4-3 game. Baltic Storm just one away from tying it up. Mortars makes them stop and re-divert around it. But an assassin from Shadow of War, they need that intel to see that the assassin is going to be making his way up there. They need to see him. Snow going to be pushing right into him. They know he's there now. Shadow missing quite a few of his shots. Really should have seen or had Snow at least half health or more. Mortars coming down right on top of the assassin. Assassin not going to be taking any damage. Just barely. The drop just hit just a little bit too far to the left of this doorway. Otherwise, that assassin would have had to have hightailed it out. Baltic's going to be watching this mid, watching that right side, and watching the main road through town. Gonna have Shadow and Lee off to his right there. Snowflake's gonna be hanging out in this broken building. Mortars are in the air, and looks like the point man does take that out. And now Baltic Storm takes out Shadow. Shadow poked out for a nade throw and got punished for it. And now Shadow in the open is going to be on the ground. Assassin, unable to make anything happen early on, gets taken out. But Prodigy moves in. Is he gonna go? Is he gonna try and go for the revive on him? Baltic would be able to see him. Here comes the revive attempt. He is inside of the doorway. He's going to be able to get the revive up. And now Shadow gets taken out. Oh my goodness. Shadow, before even taking a breath, gets taken out. Both Snow and Baltic saying, don't think so. Get out of here. And now, just like that, again, early on in the game, 2 members of Reservoir Dogs on the ground, making it a 2v4. Only one person on Baltic Storm's side has been hit by some damage, and that is going to be the point man of Baltic. Mortars come down right on the backside again, trying to find somebody in the long building mid by Recon. Prodigy pushes up, and Rainmaker going to be there to see him. And now he's one shot. Prodigy does push around and gets taken out by Baltic as he vaults up onto the shipping containers. And Show now going to be seen by Rainmaker. 9mm opens up on him, misses the shots, continues to push around, and here comes the 9mm, opens up on him again, does find his mark, and now Show is going to be one shot. 9mm going to be pushing around. Snow with the M16 ends it. Game point for both sides. Baltic Storm and Reservoir Dogs 2 have a 1-game situation, just separating both teams from victory. Baltic Storm coming in from a 4-1 deficit. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I love games like this. If they come back to win this, it is like a what would they consider this? A Cinderella story where they just everybody thought they were down and out and then they come back to win, right? That's what's considered. We're gonna call it a Kim Kardashian. Rainmaker again with that 9mm, just absolutely shredding people. Still holds on to it. Rainmaker's gonna be on there. Artillery pred from Snow. Baltic on point. Thunder on that Surgeon. Shadow puts down the Assassin, goes with the Toxic Drone with Drone Pilot. Ranger coming in from Prodigy. Lee on Artillery, and Point Man from Show. 1 assault to try and battle 3 assaults for Baltic. That Prodigy with his 3-round burst on that Ranger, nasty. And then if he's able to get that pick early on and they're able to capitalize on it, that is a good, it's been a really good playmaker for them this entire game. It's a matter of getting him to get that 1 shot and 1 kill that they need. He is going to be moving into the back. He does favor that backside of the map as he goes over here to about this point, I believe. But that's only good if they go to the right side by the metal building. Mortars misses their mark just barely. Thunder takes a little bit of splash damage on the outside radius. Mortars in the air from Rain. Gas drone still in the sky from Reservoir Dogs as well. What is Mortar going to be going for? Scouts out that left side by metal. Might see Prodigy in the back if he's looking for it. They do know he's back there now. He does give away his position. Is going to be moving off to the right. Prodigy moving back in. Gonna hang out with his boys at the mid buildings. Looks like he's gonna take a position into the guard tower. Baltic Storm decides to push up through the woods. Seems to be their play on this side is to take over the backside portion of the map from their spawn, push them forward, and take over the recon tower. Seems to be the general idea of what they have in mind anytime they take this side of the map. Mortars coming out from Lee. Going to be seeing that they're over there in the woods. Shadow does poke a little bit to see if he can hit Baltic, and Baltic Storm is going to be lit up. Surgeon going to have to come in to give him some health. He hits him there. He gets, oh my gosh. Prodigy just absolutely shredding the Point Man. Point Man would have been dead if it weren't for the Surgeon of Thunder. Gas drone now going to be in the air. He might be able to get Baltic if he hits him with his gas. They're waiting for it. They need to take out that gas drone. Baltic on the outside of the edge of it is going to be safe for the moment, but Thunder takes some shots out of nowhere. I'm not hearing the shots, and now Baltic Storm is going to have to readjust on their strategy and moves back into the middle portion of the map from the woods. Baltic needs to make something happen here. They are in trouble. Baltic going to be going for the reset. Snow going to be moving in for that, maybe? No, Thunder's going to be stemming him instead. Nope, decides to save it. Going to go for the hand res. Hand res coming in, and we're going to be seeing a stem possibly to make him back to full health. It's exactly what we're going to be seeing. Maybe he thought about it first. Oh my god, Baltic Storm just absolutely getting picked apart by the Ranger. Baltic gets taken out by the mortar as it comes down. Baltic unable to move. That Ranger was just... oh, that Ranger had him pinned. But the stem was saved, so he's going to be able to get him up. And Snowflake makes a kill onto Prodigy. And now the Point Man back into the fight. Below half health, though. And now Rainmaker going to be ADS'd by Show over here. Rainmaker gonna have to lay low until he can get some help to deal with Show. Gas drone coming down, forces him out, and Show is there, takes him out. Rainmaker gets shredded as he moves out of the open, or out into the open. Good God! Battle Rage coming in from Show, tries to flash him. But that's a Point Man, dingus. They're gonna have to make a move. Revive coming in on Ranger. Good stuff coming in from Snow. And now Ranger back into the fight. Lee and him both in the metal building. Shadow of War. Point Man is back into the... Rainmaker. Rainmaker was back into the fight now. Got Rez at the back. And now Shadow. Gonna be on that left side. Snowflake. Gonna be guarding the body of the Point Man. Mortars coming in and coming down on top of nobody. Lee, though, with that 9mm snipes Baltic all the way back here at the back. That 9mm is just absolutely nasty. Here comes the recon tower. Prodigy of War going to be the one taking it. But 4 members versus 3 members of Reservoir Dogs. I give the boys of Baltic Storm the advantage over this. Was it taken? Were they all... nope, it was not taken. It was not taken at all. They managed... oh my god, Lee with the 9mm just making quick work. And now the Surgeon of Baltic Storm is going to be on the ground. Oh, good lord. The anxiety right now. Lee is just sniping for these boys. Forget the Ranger. Watch out for the 9mm of that mortar. He's going to hit you from across the map, 300 meters. He don't care. Prodigy takes out Baltic Storm from the backside right. And now it's a 2v3, Rainmaker and Snow. A little bit of a predicament. They've got to pick that Ranger off. They've got to pick him off. Because now Snow is in well line of sight of that Ranger. He's going to push in on Shadow. Shadow with that Toxic. Going to push around to the backside. It's going to be trying to take out the Predator. Prodigy of War takes out Rainmaker. He knows the Shadow's there. He's going to be seeing the flashes come in. What's he going to do? Shadow's going to be right there on the outside waiting for Snow. Oh, and Snow takes out Lee. Battle Rage has been popped. Here comes the revive onto Show, the Point Man. Reservoir Dogs back into the fight again. 3v1. The Prodigy with the 3-round burst. Battle Rage has been popped already and is expired. Here comes the... Oh my gosh. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Show ends it. 4-5. What a game, though. Your winners, Reservoir Dogs 2, giving the boys of Baltic Storm so much hope that they would come back from a 4-1 to win it 5-4. Ends their dreams. Wow, what a game. 13 and 12 from Baltic Storm. Lots of deaths from the assault. But 9 and 7, 9 and 5, and 1 and 7 out of Thunder, making good work and use of that surgeon, but not able to frag out for his boys today. And with that, Show, Prodigy, Shadow, and Lee take the match. Good game from both sides. Very impressive. Hope you all enjoyed that nail biter. That was a good game. I have another shoutcast in 50 minutes. 50 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. And the next game, excuse me just for a second while I find out, I try to find out who exactly it is. I know it's 13 Echelon Division. 13 Echelon Division versus the Hit Squad Bravo. Again, that's going to be in 50 minutes. So come back again. I will have one more shoutcast for the day. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. I'm almost to 600 subs if you haven't noticed. Woohoo. We're almost there. It's been a long road. It's not been very exciting in terms of content from gameplay, but I'm almost there. And if you haven't subbed and you enjoy the content, you enjoy my shoutcast, give it a sub, give it a like, share my video, whichever you prefer. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, 50 minutes. I'm Super Sand. I'm out.